Okay, on this one we're going to solve by taking the square root. So if you notice here, you have an r squared term, and then you have a constant term and another constant term. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the two constant terms together. Okay. That's going to leave me just the r squared term. After that, now you can actually work with that r squared term. You have a 6 multiplying in front of it. So the inverse of multiplying would be dividing by 6. See that? That leaves you just the r squared because this equals 1 and that's what you wanted, the invisible 1. On the other side, in case you still don't know how to divide evenly here without a calculator, you just take the 1/16. The 6 cannot be divided by 6. The 16 can be divided by 6. And it actually fits twice, right? That's 12. From 16 to 12, there's 4 left. So the next number is 48. And 48 can be divided by 6 8 times. That gives you 28. Okay? And then from here, you're ready to take the square root of both sides, because you need to get rid of that square. So the inverse of the square is the square root. That's going to cancel or eliminate this part right here. In other words, the square and the square roots disappear. Okay, so the only thing left over is going to be the r. Now on the other side, you have to consider the positive and negative, and you have to simplify that. Well, if I take that square root of 28 and I take it all the way down to the prime numbers. You remember the prime numbers? It's 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, so on and so forth, right? Numbers that can only be divided by itself and 1. So here's my 28. It ends in an 8, so I can definitely divide it by 2 because the last number is even. And then the 14 is actually 2 times 7. These 2 are prime numbers, and even the 7 is a prime number, so I can close those branches. Everything is closed now. So in other words, the square root of 28 happens to be the same thing as the square root of 2 times 2 times 7. Well, I see here that I have some pairs on 2's. So that's going to help me rewrite this as the square root of 2 squared and the square root of 7. Okay? Because this is 2 squared right there. Why do I want that? Because remember, when you have a square and a square root, these cancel each other out. So the only thing that you're going to have left over is that 2 right there. So then this purple stuff here, the square and the square root, kind of like disappear. They're not there anymore. So then the only thing is a number, the 2. The square root of 7, you can't do anything, so you just put it right next to it. And then bring the plus and minus down in the r, and you're done. So the square root of 28 simplifies to 2 square root of 7.